Hello everyone, this is Trent McDowell. This is my informative speech about emotional contagion for Communication 101 at Mid-Michigan College. The general purpose is to inform. The specific purpose is to inform my audience about how emotional contagion affects our everyday communication. Emotional contagion is the ability to affect other people's emotions with our own emotions, which can greatly alter our communication with other people. Think of emotional contagion kind of like COVID-19, how that's contagious, except without an airborne virus. It's just your emotions and how you spread it to other people if you're around them. I'm going to talk about the spread of happiness, anger, and sadness, which all can spread very easily and have very different effects on your communication. So first we'll start with happiness. And I want you to think of a happy time. Just think of any happy time that you've had recently or a long time ago, whenever. Just think of a happy time. And think of the people that were there. Are those people usually happy? Do they make you happy a lot of times? How does their emotions affect you? If they're always happy, does that mean that when they're around you, you're usually happy too? Going with that, usually when you're happy, and this is another thing, most of the time when other people are happy around you, they make you laugh or whatever, and laughter can be very beneficial not only emotionally but physically. Laughter can make muscles relax for up to 45 minutes. So not only does the laughter at the time make you feel good, but for up to 45 minutes, your whole body could be relaxed just from laughing. Another physical aspect is that laughing can burn 40 calories in about 10 minutes. So if you're laughing a lot during the day, you could actually be losing some weight. But emotional contagion can work in bad ways too. The next topic is anger. And anger can escalate situations that may already be unpleasant. As we know, anger usually correlates with arguments, and arguments obviously take more than one person, which automatically right there affects another person other than yourself. And usually when you're arguing with someone, you're both angry, and eventually someone usually says something that, whether it's intentional or unintentional, hurts the other person, which obviously spreads to them, makes them feel even worse. And usually that's someone, when they unintentionally hurt someone, they're just saying that thing to make themselves seem better in the argument, which in turn makes the other person feel worse. According to the Mental Health Organization, 1 in 5 people have ended a relationship because of an argument. This could be just a friendship or with a boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband, wife, whatever. 1 in 5 people have ended a whole relationship just because of an argument. So think of how much that could change your whole life with another person just by spreading happiness instead of anger. Another aspect to anger is we tend to lose intelligence while angry. And I'm sure you can all correlate with this, that when you're in an argument, a lot of times you can think what you want to say, but it just doesn't come out right, or you end up stuttering, or you say something that makes you sound dumb or whatever. Emotional contagion also works with sadness. No matter how we're feeling, usually when you see someone else that's sad, especially if it's someone that you're close to, you're going to end up being sad or feeling bad for them or whatever. Everyone feels sadness. We might all just react to it differently, especially reactions when you see someone else sad. But usually when you see someone else sad, you become sad, in my personal experience. Feeling sad can affect stress-related blood levels, which can lead to increased risk of heart disease, stroke, and metabolic syndrome. That was found out in a study by the University of Texas in 2015. As more studies are coming out with depression, especially with COVID-19, we find that sadness oftentimes leads to depression. which is depression is obviously more severe than sadness, but sadness still isn't good. And they're saying that depression can actually be contagious too, which I can see it. It's just more severe sadness in a way. So if you see someone who's depressed and they're always rubbing that off on you, I could see how that would make someone else depressed. Depression is the world's most common mood disorder, and it can be considered contagious through social interaction. So whether that's online or in person or whatever, if you're dealing with someone who has depression, those emotions might be rubbing off on you and giving you that energy. Depression plays a role in more than 1/2 of suicide attempts. So you can just see right there how sadness, which can eventually lead to depression, can feed off onto other people, which makes more people depressed, which would result in more suicide attempts. Overall, emotions are contagious and affect our communication. Whether that be if you're happy or if you're sad or if you're angry, you're probably going to give those emotions off to someone else or maybe even a big group of people. Ultimately, by staying positive, we should be able to help others remain in a positive state.